Hello everyone, welcome back to the Power BI project tutorials. This video is going to be the starting video of the inventory and sales analysis for a fruit selling store. Okay, so we have introduced ourselves with this whole concept in the introductory video. Now let us just work with the whole process of creating a Power BI report. So what I have done is already imported the Excel sheet into my Power BI. The process is really simple. All you got to do is use this option, that is import data from Excel, and that would take you to the desired location. Just select the file that you want to import, and this navigator menu will pop up with all the sheets and the tables that are present in your dataset. We have three sheets: the customer sheet, the product sheet, and the sales sheet. First of all, if we take a look at the customer sheet, so we have got the primary key of customer, the customer code, customer name, country, and all a bunch of information. Then we have got a product sheet that gives us information about the product, like the code of the product, name, category, unit price, and a few null columns as well. Then we have got the sales value, which gives us the information about the product, its quantity, unit price, discount, and the total amount. Okay, so this is all that we are getting in this sheet. So what we are going to do is we are going to select these three sheets and we are going to transform it, or we are going to work with it in the Power Query editor, because the thing is that there are three tables or the three sheets that are available which contain the different kind of information, like customer information, product information, and sales information. We want the whole information in just one table. Plus there are a number of things which we want to get rid of, like this customer code serves no purpose to us, so we want to get rid of it. Okay, so what we are going to do is select our tables and click on this transform data option. This would take us directly to the Power Query editor. Here is where we would be able to make the changes into our dataset. Now whatever changes we make into our dataset would be temporary. That means they would only be applied to this version of the dataset, and the original dataset would remain unchanged, so don't worry about that. So first of all, let's take a look at the sales data. Why this? Because it has information about the customer in the form of a foreign key and the product as well, right? So the foreign key customer, foreign key product, both are available. That means we can attach both of these tables with the sales tables, right? So first of all, let us see that how can we attach the tables, right? So we want to attach the sales and the customer table together. So what you need to do for this purpose is just select the table and the key which we want to attach. Make sure you are in the home tab, and here is this option of merge queries. You can just go there and it would open up a dialog box. So you can select the key that you want to merge. So I want to merge the foreign key of the customer that is present in the sales table with the customer table's primary key, right? So this would give me information about the customer into the sales table, and the information that or the join I'm going with is the right outer join, that is all from the second and matching from the first, or basically that would help us in getting the information. Like, yeah, click on OK, and what will it do? It would just create this kind of a column for the customer key or for the customer table, like this whole table is present. Now what would happen is the whole customer table is not present in this particular column. If you just select on this table, then you would be getting all the individual information like this. Okay, so let's just go back a step. If you want to go back any of the steps that you have applied, here is this applied steps list. You can just click on the cross icon and you would be jumping back these steps. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to extract some information. So to extract this information, you can click on these arrows and you can just select all the columns that you want to extract. Like, I don't want the primary key, I don't want the customer code. I have three columns: customer first name, customer last name, and customer full name. So instead of getting first name and last name separately, I'm just getting the full name, I'm getting the birth date, I'm getting the gender, and I am getting the country. That is the only information that I am concerned with, and that is I am getting. So let's just select them all and click on OK. So these things would be extracted just like this. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is just change these values, like instead of customer.country, let's just go with country. Instead of customer.gender, let's just go with gender. And instead of customer.birth date, let's just go with the birth date. And instead of this whole thing, let's just go with name. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is for the gender, I'm going to replace the values. So let's just go to transform option and replace the values. For F, I want to replace it with a fuller female value, and for the M, I want to replace it with a male value. So again, go to the replace values, add in the value defined, that's M, and replace it with male. Click on OK. Right. Now if you want to check if there are null values present, you can go onto this drop down and see that only two possible values are there, female and male, no null values are there. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is just remove the foreign key of the customer from this particular table because that column is not needed. Now what I can do is just combine the sales table and the product table together. So again go to the home tab, again go to the merge queries option. This time I'm going to select the foreign key of the product in the sales table and the primary key of the product in the product tables. The join is going to be same. That is all from first and matching from the second, and click on OK. Now again this product table would be there. Let's just uncheck the columns and only select the columns which are relevant, like the product name, category and the unit price. But we already have a unit price column in the sales, so let's just remove this unit price column from here and click on OK. So as you can see, we are getting the unit price column in the sales table already, so that would be just a redundant column which we don't need. So let's just change its name to product name like this, and this is going to be the product category, whether it is a fruit or a vegetable, just like this. Okay, so this is what we have got for our table, and it is looking pretty good, right? So what we can do right now is just check if all the relevant values are there. First of all, let's just remove this foreign key of the product, and we can just change the organization of the columns. Like we can go to product name and bring it to the very first position, that's lemon. Then we can just bring its product category on the second position, so we can just drag it and drop it over there. After that we would be getting quantity, the unit price, the discount given, the total amount. Then we get the information of the customer. So after amount we would be getting the customer name, its country, its gender and its birth date. So this is the total information that we are getting, a total of 10 columns, and that's it. I am happy with my data set, how it has turned out. And one thing you can do is check for the null values in all of these, that if any of the null values are present, you can just get rid of those null values. But I am sure that none of the values are null. So yes, the data set is clean now, we can just work with it. Okay. If you want, you can just change the name of the data set into this properties option, like the final data or something like that, and then go to the home tab and click on this close and apply button. Now what will happen is the changes that I have applied would be just applied on this final data, and it would be loaded into the Power BI desktop. Once it's loaded into the Power BI desktop, then we can work with that whole data set to create visualizations, and from those visualizations we can create reports for us. Okay, so we need to wait for a few seconds till the data is being loaded, and once it's loaded we would be able to perform all the operations that we want on the data set. Right, so now the data set is loaded, and as you can see we have got these three sheets, but we are not concerned with those three. We are only concerned with this final data sheet, that is the data which we created from the different information that was available to us. Okay, this is the clean data set that we have got. So that's all for this video, in which we cleaned the data set and customized it as per our needs. In the next video, we would be starting to create the visualizations from these different fields. So that's all for this video. Thanks for watching.